Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 159. Binance burns are not priced in. Now, if you're catching this stream live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you hit that like button, that sub, and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And yeah, let's get on with this stream, right? Thank you for joining us on a... if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on Discord. Links in the description, so it's a link to all the amazing articles that we cover here on the stream. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday night. Hi, Benny. How's it going, brother? Let's see what some chat already going on pre-stream. Thanks, man. Praying that INS burn because you've been down. Bitcoin is a living, breathing animal. Does the opposite of what it's expected sometimes. Yeah, remember we talked about divergence last night on the 4-hour and on the daily. And on the 1 hour, we were kind of making a flag that could have played up to the upside still and try to make positive momentum. But we had divergence on the longer time frames, right? So that's part of the reason why we're breaking down. Family is okay, bro. Wife's a little bit better. And yeah, let's have a great stream today. I agree with you, man. Let's have a great stream tonight. So yeah, let's move on with the news, right? I do have just one article for tonight. I was looking at the market while I was doing the setup. So yeah, Binance burns are not priced in. It's this article right now. Binance coin burns are not priced in, claims the creator. The article is quite short, or at least what I'm going to cover from the article is quite short. Binance has conducted its 10th quarterly token burn yesterday, removing Binance tokens worth nearly $39 million from circulation. The coin burn will continue until just remains, I think, like 100 million Binance coins, and this will represent half of the total Binance coins that ever existed. Now, despite information about the Binance coin burns being publicly available, Changpeng Zhao, founder of Binance, believes that the market is yet to fully grasp its implication. In response to followers asking about whether the burns were priced in, Zhao wrote that he did not think most people even knew what the exchange periodically burned Binance coins, right? And we do know that they burn coins. We do also know that they're burning from their treasury and not from the circulating supply, but it does reduce the existing supply overall, right? Anyways, they're not taking coins out of circulation. They're just burning from what they already have in holding, let's say. Although not explicit, it's clear that Zhao thinks universal knowledge of Binance coin burn will create upward price pressure, providing all variables remain equal, and the decrease in total circulating supply should make Binance out there more valuable. Binance also has been doing everything in its power to ensure continuing demand for Binance coin as well. Just making sure, yeah, it's working. Anyways, the above question about the burn policy came in response to Zhao posting evidence of what has been described as an aggressive business policy and blitzscaling by some commentators in a report describing the exchange's native cryptocurrency assets and Binance's strategy of rapid expansion into every corner of the cryptocurrency industry. Multi-coin Capital used the term originally coined by Reid Hoffman to describe business like Amazon, right? Blitzscaling. Anyways, that's the only article I have for today. News were very, very lax today, let's say. There's not a lot of information out there. So we're going to jump into the market and see what's going on, right? On the daily, man, money flowing out of the cryptosphere. Remember, we also said we wanted to close above that 200 simple moving average to confirm that we were on a bull trend. That's why we kind of went the opposite, right? We did tank a little bit. And we knew it was a potential option, right? Or we knew it was a possibility. Anyways, money flowing out of the cryptosphere yesterday. $5.46 billion, a 2.28% move to the downside from an opening of $239.03 billion, closing at $233.77 billion. Right now, still moving down though, 0.81% from an opening of $233.97 billion. Right now, sitting at $231.89 billion, or a $1.88 billion move to the downside. That is a lot of dough that's moving down though, right? On the billions for sure. Anyways, what else is happening? Bitcoin dominance yesterday dropped a little bit, 0.09%, from an opening of 67.69, closing at 67.63, a 0.9% move to the downside, right? 0.09%, yeah. Right now, moving up 0.15%, sitting at 76.73. That's it for this, right? We want this to go lower. And then, like I always say, right, the pie is better divided and is best for everyone in the cryptosphere. So what's happening with Bitcoin? Bitcoin sitting at $8,646.18. Oh man, we were calling divergence up here. I mean, we did have it here, but we knew we were way up here, right? We were like on the 9,100s by the time we were doing this, right? 9,108 almost. So yeah, we knew it was a possibility. We'll look at the 200 simple moving average real quick just to make sure things were there, right? So this is 200 simple moving average, right? We kind of kissed it, went over it. We were actually above it still. And like I said yesterday, we need to confirm a closing above it to really say that we're back on that. And like I said before, we've kind of gone close to it before, right, on the history of this chart. And we kind of kissed it a couple times and then just rejected it, right? So again, like here, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We were always on that bear trend until April the 2nd of 2019, where we actually get above it, and we started a new bull trend, which was kind of short-lived. We went down under here again, kind of popped up to say hi again over that 200 simple moving. And look, when we popped over and closed above it, we had a very nice long wick and managed to stay out of it for a couple days. And then we were like just flirting with that line, and the market sentiment was a little bit bearish. Again, similar to what we did here, right? Kind of popped up a little bit, held it for a couple of days, and then moved down again. Anyways, all we did yesterday was just wick above it, and that's it. Like, we retreated, right? We're strong enough to hold it on divergence. Now, I will move the divergence and have it the way we had it the day before, because that's where it should be, because this is where it actually happened, right? This is where it played out to. This is where it played out to. And we're slightly higher, I guess, on our side. 69.81, and here we're at 69.90. So yeah, we could certainly draw a straight line, and slightly lower still. So we're still making strong bearish divergence, right? And that would mean price action to the downside. That's what we're playing off, anyways. Sitting bought on the RSI at 62.39. Yesterday, I think, yeah, I think we're on here as well. Or yesterday we might have been overbought, and then we just closed bought. I can't remember where we were at yesterday when we were doing the stream. Anyways, I do have a trading strategy. I'll talk about it on the 1 hour chart, and my stop losses didn't trigger, and I'm fine with that, really. So I'll tell you why in a second. Anyways, had divergence on the 4 hour, right, from here to here. We knew we had potential to move to the downside, and we did get it. 2 moves to the downside again. Not too surprising that that came in. Really would have liked for this to have pumped a little bit more with the down, with the flag that we were making, right? The United States of America Federal Reserve continues to inflate the US dollar by printing new money. The price of Bitcoin will continue to grow in time due to investors always having money. Wishful thinking. Yeah, maybe Benny. That was something Benny typed out. Maybe, bro. I'm not 100% sure on that. They are printing money still, but Bitcoin will get more expensive because the US dollar will be worth less every time, right? Because there's more circulating supply. So in theory, by what you're saying, Bitcoin should appreciate against the dollar every time they print more money. Anyways, on the 4 hours, we didn't have a channel, right, or a flag. We knew we could start making it, but we just kind of moved down violently. We're trying to bounce down here of that, like, I think we hit somewhere around 8,460-ish. We've had managed to stay around this area, right? 8,642, maybe around this area, if we take a medium of what's been happening. I had my alert set up at, what is this one here? This line over here, 8,536, and the alert go off, but my stop loss didn't trigger. Now, stuff I'm looking for, right? Low, lower, low. Yes, we may need lower, low. More negative momentum. Lower on the RSI. Sitting neutral at 44.70. Just checking the chat real quick. Alright, so why didn't it trigger, man? I mean, I wasn't following it every second. But maybe this dropped too quickly. And my exchange didn't have, maybe it skipped over the price that I had placed, and that's a possibility. Why this didn't trigger, right? Probably skipped on the queue. And also here, right? Because it happened twice. So my alert triggered both times, and this was at like 5 a.m. and this was like 4 p.m. So this one I did get to see, but it was very short. Like by the time I came in and checked, it was already bouncing back up. So really didn't have a time to like really get out of the market, and I'm fine with that, right? I mean, it's just an area where I would have it, and sometimes stop losses don't trigger, so orders don't get fulfilled. And that's fine. Wasn't a huge order, but you know, probably the market just like gap down or something. Anyways, I'm still on the market with Bitcoin, and you know, I'm really like right now. For me, it's just whatever, man. Waiting for this to bounce again, try to bounce again. Why? Well, you know, we don't quite have divergence though, right? Low, lower, no, negative momentum, more negative momentum, low on the RSI, much lower on the RSI. Sitting sold right now at 37.45. On the 4 hours, I can't remember, sorry, I just hit this. I can't remember if on the 4 hours we had divergence, man. I was positive that we had some sort of divergence. So I was looking at this before the stream started, and I was looking for something. Yeah, we don't have it, right? So we're low, lower, low, negative momentum, more negative momentum, high on the RSI, low on the RSI. Yeah, we don't have it. Anyways, start making positive momentum on the 1 hour, trying to get above that. Probably gonna try to get up to that 20. Man, we see an indecision candle. We've seen a lot of indecision happening, right? After we dropped, we've seen a lot of indecision happening, sitting more or less at the median, right? And the candle body is being very, very tiny. I'll actually hide the Bollinger Bands for a second. And you can tell here that the bodies are very, very small, right? Like very, very small moves. The market doesn't really know if it wants to stay at this level or not. Really a lot of fighting going on for this price level. And then we try to pump, right? And then we get undone, bearish engulfing, and then try to pump again. Then we're undoing it within the next 2-3 candles, right? Most of it. And right now we're doing a green candle, even though it's small. And really, we're trying to gain footing here. So it wouldn't be weird if this went down again, right? Yay, Spotify and its ads, man. Why am I saying that it's not weird if it goes down still? And probably part of the reason why I'm going to get rid of my stop loss right now, I'm seeing something that might play out in my favor, but I need the price to go down a little bit more. Now, what I'm talking about is look at where we're at, right? Look, we made a huge island of negative momentum, right, compared to what we were making before. So that impulse down was very, very strong, right? It had a lot of momentum. And now, if we do drop a little bit more, even to this level, right, to where I have my current stop loss at 8,536, we're probably going to make very, very tiny negative momentum island. And that's going to create something like this, right? It's going to play out something like this, probably. You're going to go lower, and then you're going to go higher, and you might get it on your RSI, still unknown yet, but it'll probably go something like this. Then we could say that we could create strong bullish divergence, and that might try to get us to pump again. So again, that's part of the reason why I might move my stop loss a little bit farther down, because I want to see whether or not this divergence plays out, and that's something I'm willing to risk instead of canceling my position. It's at 3% below my entry point. My first entry point, that was 8,800, right? I ended up going in at 8,800, but I don't mind sitting at 8,536. I can move it still a little bit down to like a 5% loss. Take a 5% loss if this was to go down, and I'll be cool with that. Now, like I said, this is a possibility that it goes slightly down and create that divergence, and then try to pump from there, right? Anyways, I'll leave this open just so we know we kind of talked about it. We would still try and go rallying from here. I'm not sure whether or not that's going to happen, but you know, better to rally off divergence than just thin air, right? So that would be my wishful thinking, Benny. So I'm gonna move on to Ethereum. Ethereum on the daily, what is happening? Yesterday lost dominance, 1.91%. Right now it's losing it a little bit, 0.12%, sitting at 7.79% of market cap. Price of Ethereum at $165.18. Moved to downside twice again. Nice. Really? Nothing that, you know, weird. It's following Bitcoin a little bit, so we know it's gonna do whatever Bitcoin does. We were going higher with no divergence that we were creating, right? So we were breaking down because Bitcoin broke down. Sitting bought on the RSI at 63.38. Nothing else happening, so I'm gonna go into the 4 hours. So the 4 hours, we were kind of making this pennant, right? And we said it was potentially a bullish sign, probably on the 1 hour chart. And I wanted to get more data in, but we ended up dropping again. We didn't go outside of it, and we dropped because Bitcoin dropped. This is that 2 until 5 in the morning sort of candle. Anyways, this is from the 1 hour. See, I thought I did this yesterday, man, or at least I was a little bit more careful trying to get everything to be on the 1 hour chart. Anyways, yeah. So we did drop. We're trying to like rally. We're trying to curving off again a little bit. It's below the 20 MA, made more negative momentum, right, than our previous lows. So again, from this low over here, right, something that could happen, and probably part of the reason that we're trying to rally a little bit. It's we're going from a low to more negative momentum, right? So negative momentum, more negative momentum, low, higher, low. On the other side, we're also going lower, so that would also be congruent, right? So we'll be going like this, and we would have hidden bullish divergence, potential price continuation. Again, we're in an uptrend, so we could try to pump from there. 4 hours, this new 4 hour candle is slightly moving down, but not too strong yet. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 48.39 on the 4 hours. Let's go to the 1 hour. So this is from the 1 hour, see? I had it here, so I'll just make sure it stays here. And I'll clear stuff up from the 4 hour chart. Now, for some reason, like stuff sometimes doesn't stay where it's supposed to. And it makes my charts look very, very weird, man. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup right now. Sorry about this. Got to do it, man. Otherwise, charts will be messy, right? And this should be from the 4 hours as well. There we go. That's it. We're done with the cleanup. I think it's just this one that we need to move. Yeah. Awesome. All right, so we did move down. We broke down. Obviously, hit more than MSR move, and that's fine. Try to rally and still moving up a little bit. So we're getting that contraction of the bond band, sitting below that 20 MA. We might try to move up and touch it again. I'm trying to see whether or not it's going to be possible. It is within the realm of possibility, right? Because we've been upsloping. But again, impulse down, upsloping consolidation usually breaks down again, right? It's a bear pull, bear flag that we're making. And that's what it's looking like right now. Let's see what else, man. High, lower high, obviously. Less positive momentum, that's fine. Low, lower, low. Negative momentum, more negative momentum. So again, congruent and low on the RSI, sorry, medium on the RSI, low on the RSI. So again, really nothing there. Sitting sold right now at 39.58. That's it, man. Really nothing we can trace here, man. It's just so weird. I'm gonna go into XRP. What is happening with XRP dominance? Yesterday we lost dominance 0.85%. Right now we're trying to lose a little bit dominance, 1.02%. Still, many hours on the day left. We'll see where it goes. Sitting at 4.35% market cap. Price of XRP, 23 cents, 23.111 cents. That's where we're sitting at. Again, it was very nice to be above this, and we talked about potentially moving up or hitting above that. I can't remember where we were last night when we were doing this daily stream. I think we were up here somewhere, and, you know, we did talk about trying to hold it. And obviously, we were weakening off following the market and moving down. So, again, really nothing there. We had divergence also. We called it out, right? What was this one at? 436, and this is 448. So if we were to consider this one, we didn't have it. Here we kind of did have it, and on the other side we didn't have it. So right now we're sitting neutral on the other side, 58.36, and moving down because the market's also moving down. So again, being congruent with the market. We had divergence on the 4 hours, and we talked about it right against the RSI. Not so much against MACD. We're also going higher on the MACD, but on the RSI we did go down. And what we're seeing is that we're dropping from there as well. So we kind of knew we had a potential move to the downside. It wasn't too weird for us. Again, below the 20 MA, that's fine. So neutral on the other side, 45.74. On the 1 hours, we had divergence, right? At least until 10 p.m. I can't remember what time I came in last night. It was very late. I think it was like 11 or so. Anyways, divergence, bearish, price action to the downside. We did get it. You know, we try to hold that 24.69 at least two times afterwards, right? At least until 1 a.m. We kind of bounced off that area beautifully, and then we just broke down below it, and that's fine. I mean, below that 20 MA, still moving down a little bit. We're still making a lower low than over here, but I'm still trying to gauge. So we don't have that divergence yet. So we'll move a little bit lower, right? We will be going low, lower, low, negative momentum, less negative momentum, low on the RSI, high on the RSI. So we're really creating bullish divergence, strong bullish divergence, and that's what we're looking for, right? That bullish divergence to help us pump again. So from here, you would just need to go very, very slightly lower, right? Just below the price level, and then you would have it from here to where we go, right? And also from here to where we kind of go over here. So anyways, that's what I would expect for this to happen. And from there, we could potentially try to see what else, right? Anyways, I'm going to move on to... sitting sold at 35.06. We want to Litecoin. What is happening with Litecoin on the daily, man? This is stuck. There we go. Yesterday losing dominant 0.54%. Right now losing 0.73%. Sitting 1.56% of market cap. Price of Litecoin $56.71. We're creating divergence, right? We're kind of looking for it. Here we didn't have it. We were having it here, but we broke down, so we kind of killed it actually. Also on the RSI. So again, price action to the downside. Remember how I said we wanted to see if we could hold outside of this channel? We broke back into it. We said we could test it, right? Use it as support and try to bounce from there, which we didn't do. And the other option was that we would fall back into it. And it was a possibility, something that we really didn't want to see happening, but it was nonetheless a possibility because now we're going to face it as resistance again, right? So, yeah, not the best. Sitting bought at 64.02 on the RSI, so let's go to the 4 hours. What do we had? Divergence, right? And then we kind of broke down from there. Then we tried to rally, and we didn't get to a new higher high, so we're fine with that. So we just kept on following the market, and we kind of dropped, same as with Bitcoin, looking just like Ethereum as well. Native momentum, a slightly more native momentum, 65, 66. Okay, yeah, nothing there. And slightly higher on the RSI as well. So sitting at 45.02, so neutral on the RSI in the 4 hours. So let's go to the 1 hour, man. On the 1 hour, we did have divergence, right, on the 17th. From there on, we didn't have anything, right, low. So we did have something here, sorry. I'm not sure if I missed this one yesterday. It would have been the 18th at midday. Yes, I probably just missed this one out yesterday. I'm fine with that, really. Yeah, that's it. Now, do we have something here? No, low, lower, low. Okay, cool. So we had that bullish divergence, right? That part of the reason why we're trying to rally. But again, not rallying strong enough to make something else happen, right? So let's see. Negative to positive from here. High, lower, high, right? Positive momentum, less positive momentum. For our previous island, we do this one, right? So going from a high to a lower high, positive momentum to less positive momentum. And the same stuff happening with the RSI, right? Low, high and low. That's it. So right now, sitting sold at 38.16, and rejecting 20 MA here at least at 6 p.m. So when the market opened, we hit that 20 MA and then we just moved down. Indecision going on, right? We tried to pump a little bit, failed, and right now we're trying to undo that small pump that we did, or that small price action to the upside. Trying to see if there's anything else. So it looks like upsloping consolidation by all means, right? Why you say that, man? Well, yeah, let's look at this, man. Right? You kind of are upsloping, right? That's a trend. So that usually ends up breaking down. And pulls down, upsloping consolidation usually breaks down. Sometimes you kind of get rallies from here. But again, you would have to like pump with strength for that to happen. And right now, I'm not sure the market's going to do that. I'm more worried about what Bitcoin might do. Benny, you talked about INS. We'll look at INS, brother. I know we looked at it yesterday. I'm not sure what's going on with this. It was set up for a pump. I remember it had bullish divergence. I think so. We'll check it out, right? All right. I thought we had looked at this yesterday. Maybe I missed it. Anyway, something's off with this. There we go. What? Spotify ads came in, that's why. I was like, that's not my playlist, man. Let's play this one. Alright, so we went from here to a higher low still. Negative momentum to more negative momentum. Creating hidden bullish divergence, right? Potential price continuation. So we might try to get a rally from here, right? That's a possibility. We do have apparently some... For some reason I have a white line here. It might be resistance that I put out a while back at 17.54. And then we had divergence up here, right? Bearish. So we broke down from there. Anyway, so let's go to the 4 hours. So this is on the 4 hours. Awesome. I'll just make sure this is on the 4 hours. Yes, it is. Cool. So we run high, higher, high. All right, then we drop from there again. And now look at this, man. Look at this, Benny. This is something that you're probably looking for, right? And part of the reason why you could try and rally here is you're going low, lower low, right? And you'll be going from negative momentum, right, to positive momentum, right? So again, you're going lower, but you're still making positive. So you're making like not even negative momentum, even though you're going lower, and you would also have it on the other side. So on the 4 hours, you're gonna have that strong bullish divergence that could help you pump, right? You did try to rally, hit that 20 MA from what I can see. Actually, you even went up to that 1754, and this the high, right? You'll see it here next to the edge. It says 1751. So we got very, very close to our resistance, and then rejected from there, right? So again, very, very, very real resistance. I can't remember where we got it from, but we had it out for a while. So yeah, you kind of touched that and then just rejected, right? Right now looking red, and we might try to rally again, but still unknown. Sitting at 35.07 on the RSI for this puppy. Let's see what else. Make sure this here. Yes, awesome. So as you can see, we got very, very close, man. What is happening here in the short term, right? $307.29. Okay, cool. So look, check this out, right? So you're going low, lower low, negative momentum, less negative momentum. That's one. Again, low, lower low, negative momentum, less negative momentum. Alright, so you're creating that bullish divergence also here. Not so sure on the RSI. Apparently we're going lower, right? Low, lower low on the RSI, and also low, lower low. So again, we're congruent with the market on the RSI. The divergence that we were developing is just against the MACD histogram. From then, we try to rally, and we hit resistance, and then we're breaking down again, but still holding that 20 MA, which might give us a place to like really come and try to bounce from, right? That's something that we usually do sometimes on the markets, right? Come down, touch that 20 MA, and then you catapult from there. Still yet to be seen whether or not that's going to happen. That'll be it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. I think so. Nice, short, sweet stream, to the point. Not many news. Market really not that much. Just kind of dropped, but again, we kind of like looking forward to that from yesterday, right? And some divergences that we had called out. So, we knew it was a possibility, and yeah, it did happen. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be all for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. This is Instead of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. It has been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on a Sunday night. Before I actually go, we didn't look at Bitcoin on the weekly, and we should do that, right? Yesterday's week, very nice bullish engulfing, right? Bullish continuation of the previous week. Not bullish engulfing. This week starting, though, looking red. But again, have to really wait for this to play out a little bit more. And we'll see from there, right? Anyways, we had a nice green week. 6.32% gains 2 weeks ago. 11.22% gains, right? So again, nice stuff happening. Let's wait for these things to keep on developing. And again, like I was saying before, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and giving me some of your time. I do appreciate it. You guys make this worthwhile. You make it more interesting for sure. And yeah, you guys keep showing up. I'll keep being here, talking about crypto and the news and the markets, right? That'll be all for tonight, guys. Again, enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever hours you have left, and I hope you have a great week starting tomorrow. Thank you, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of the State of Crypto. Thank you, Benny. Yeah, I hope. Glad that you like the stream, bro. Yeah. Super tired. Part of the reason that I wanted to finish early today. I want to hit the hay, and it's been a rough week, let's say.